Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations, and we are going for a premature quick predict show of Lyndon Arthur versus Anthony Yarde 2. Penciled in, should we say, by Frank Warren on the 9th of October this year. But before we get into that, we're going to have an intro and then we'll have a chat about it. Let's go for it.
Are you ready?
So you are here on JG's Fight Talk for our premature quick predict show. That sounds just so dodgy. Lyndon Arthur, 19 fights, 19 wins, 13 knockouts. Anthony Yarde, 22 fights, 20 wins, 19 knockouts. But before we get to that point, Anthony Yarde obviously has his fight on the 28th of August against Alex Theron, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Colombian, 28 fights, 23 wins, 15 knockouts. No walkover either. We don't know too much about the guy, to be perfectly honest. But he's got that record for fighting whoever goes in front of him. So is it going to be a tough night for Yarde?
I don't think so. I think even on paper, like, there is levels to it, and Yarde is going to be a couple of levels above Tehran. And one thing we will be able to say, though, with it being a South American, that's stereotypical. They're going to come to fight, regardless. Yeah. But I think coming to fight against Yarde is a dangerous proposition in itself, because you're going to have a plan of action. And if you come in all guns blazing against Yarde, you'll probably end up on your back. And I'd say Yarde probably will be looking to get him out of there as well, because he won't be wanting to waste time in that ring when he's got what's meant to be coming later on.
Yeah. Well, as we say, going from there, we fast forward a couple of months. Lyndon Arthur versus Anthony Yarde 2. That's the one we really want to talk about. The first fight was an interesting one. Yarde actually thought he'd won it. He was so disappointed at the end. He actually threw a bit of a wobbly. Personally, I didn't see it myself. I thought Arthur did win it. And he had an injured hand as well, but he kept him at bay. He worked hard in that fight. And I think he showed his minerals, should we say. So Coming into the second fight, Luke, how do you see it?
Well, to be honest, I think Yarde threw a wobbly after all the jabs he took to his head. His brain was probably a bit shook after the first fight. I think it'll go the same way again. I think Arthur was a bit disappointing in his last fight, but he still got the job done, got his man out of there with an impressive finish. And he's gonna have his cockles up for Yarde. He's gonna be really, really on the game, and motivation is gonna be a huge thing coming into this fight. And he's gonna want to show the naysayers and the doubters, not that there should be any, but there is, that it wasn't just a fluke, that it wasn't just a jab that'll beat Yarde. And he says once he has his right hand in order, he thinks he's going to stop Yarde, which would be an interesting thing, and very impressive if it happens. I don't think Yarde is going to get any better than he is while he's with the team he's with. I think there's too many yes men in there, and there's also too many people in there that think they know more than they know. And I think that's going to be to Yarde's detriment. I think Arthur's got a great man behind him, and Pat Barrett. He's been there, he's done it. He's worn the t-shirt at world level, and he knows what it takes. And Arthur has shown us he knows what it takes to win, because, as you said, injured hand, it didn't matter. He still went out there and he landed it a couple of times, and that's all he needed, because the jab was the weapon. Jab was the key. Yeah. And I don't know what Yarde has got in his arsenal to get past that, because he didn't show it in the last fight. So I think Arthur, again, points decision.
Yeah. No, I'm going with Arthur on points. I think he will stick behind that jab, but he will land that right hand when he needs to. And I think it's just going to be another bit of the same. I think it could be mind games over Yarde. He might try and rush it to try and get the job done, but I think he's just going to walk into the Arthur jab. So, looking forward to that one. Hopefully we get to see it 9th of October. Good luck to Anthony Yarde in his fight in August. Hope he gets through that unscathed, and we can just crack on with this one, because it'll be a great fight. So
absolutely, it's
Luke,
going to entertain no matter what.
As always, mate, thank you very much. And yeah, we look forward to it.
Cheers, Joe. No hassle.
As I say, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow Luke at Sugar Free Boxer on Twitter. And yeah, me at JG's Fight Talk. And we'll see you all soon.